Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be going over the benefits of yoga that you need to know. All right, when it comes to yoga, many people might think of, yoga as some form of stretching routine or some type of a form of stretching exercises and things of that nature. Well, yoga is more than that. Yoga is much more than that. Yoga is a sacred spiritual practice that has been practiced for thousands and thousands upon years. And it's a spiritual practice where you are in tune with yourself. You are in union with God. You are in union with yourself. All right. When you're in a some form of yoga practice or practice some form of yoga, mindfulness, meditation, or things of that nature, you are in a state where you eliminate all distractions, all negative thoughts, things that you've been going through out in the outside world. You're just more in tune with yourself. You're letting go of all that ego, letting go of all that, negative things that have been happening to you that's within the world. And you're just more in tune with yourself and more in tune with God. And you're just peaceful all around. All right. So I encourage every one of you to be, to practice some form of yoga practice or meditation or something like that. Just to, just try it out. If you haven't tried it out, I encourage everyone to do so. All right. So in this video, I'm going to be going over the benefits of yoga that you need to know. All right. So let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first one will be oneness with God. Now, the word yoga actually means to yoke or to unify. All right. So when you are in a yoga practice, when you're doing some form of yoga practice, you are ultimately in tune with the Most High. You are in tune with the Spirit. You are in tune with His Spirit. Your individual consciousness is connected to His consciousness. All right. Like I said earlier, when you're we might be going throughout our daily lives where we are just so caught up in the world, our mind is all over the place. We might get, we might, have a bad day all of a sudden, or we might notice that our ego is being puffed up, and we just think that we're better than the other person, better than the next man, better than the next woman, and we just don't know how to combat that. We don't know how to center ourselves or to ground ourselves and things of that nature. So when you are in some form of yoga practice, when you're doing some form of yoga practice, you are ultimately in tune with God. You are, in tune with the Most High. You are in tune with His Spirit. All right. So one benefit the one benefit of yoga is that you are in tune with God and you have that oneness with God. So the second one improves mental health. Now there's a mental health crisis, especially here in America. Everybody has some form of mental health, mental health problem. Mental health is steadily increasing, especially with technology and social media and things of that nature. So when you're practicing yoga, when you're doing some form of yoga practice, it helps to alleviate, some of the mental health problems that, you might be going through or somebody else might be going through. It's just a way to calm your body, to calm your mind, because when you are in a state of pure bliss, when you're doing a practice like yoga, your mind, body, and spirit is all in one. Your mind, body, and spirit is connected. All right. So when you are doing some form of yoga, it alleviates all those mental distractions, all that mental clutter that you have within your mind. It's able to, alleviate all that. All right. So the second benefit of yoga it helps to reduce, mental health issues. If you have any type of mental health issues, is able to eliminate or, reduce any type of, mental barriers that you may have. Number three, a powerful mindfulness practice. Now, like I said in the beginning, when we're just caught up in the everyday, the world is becoming faster and faster and faster. The world is moving at a faster pace. You might be, driving out somewhere, you just see a whole bunch of cars just driving fast. Everybody's all impatient. Everything is moving fast nowadays. and we don't know how to take the time to, to sit down quietly and to, be mindful and be in the present moment. Our minds are always focused on, the past and the present and the future and things like that. So we never take the time to actually practice mindfulness and to stay in the present moment. All right. So when you are doing some form of yoga practice, when you are doing, any type of yoga, it helps to put you in that present moment. It helps you to, stay calm and to stay, in peace, because God is peace. One of the qualities and aspects of God is peace. And when you are doing some form of yoga, you are actually in that peaceful state. You are actually in that blissful state. All right. So the third benefit is you have that power to stay mindful and to stay in the present moment and to have that peace within yourself. So number 4, it increases flexibility. So now we can get on to the physical benefits. One of the physical benefits of yoga is increased flexibility. All right, I've noticed this throughout my life ever since I've been doing yoga. I haven't been doing yoga for that long. I've been doing it for a couple months now. But I've noticed that, every time I do yoga, I try to do yoga every time I wake up in the morning. Every day when I wake up in the morning, I have to at least, do some form of yoga practice, at least 5 minutes a day. And I've noticed that, over time, once I start doing more yoga practices and things of that nature, I've noticed that, whenever I'm doing some form of exercise, whenever I'm exercising, I've noticed that my flexibility has improved. The quality of my flexibility within my body has improved, especially when I'm, doing some form of, exercise and things of that nature. Because it's always important for you to, to do some form of dynamic stretching before you work out, and to do some form of static stretches after you work out. All right. So the fourth benefit of yoga is you are able to, have that increase of flexibility within your joints and muscles and things of that nature. So number 5, strengthens core muscles and posture. Now, yoga is able to, strengthen your core muscles, especially when you exercise, and you notice when you're exercising, certain, muscles within your body, especially the muscles that you don't use periodically or that you never notice or that you don't work on as much. You notice those type of muscles start to get stronger every time you do some form of yoga practice. All right, same thing with the posture. For me personally, in my own personal life, I noticed that before I started doing yoga, I had like this huge hunched back. Like my back was all, like always, hunched, and whenever I'm sitting down, I've always noticed that, and I always had to, tell myself to, sit straight up, because I never had like any type of, strong back muscle, especially my lower back. And I noticed that, I I had like this, this like hunchback like an old person or something. But then once I started, doing some form of yoga practice, because yoga is able to, strengthen your muscles, and that's how you're able to have that, that erect back. You're able to, you're able to stand straight, all right? Because when you have that slouch look and you're, just out always slouching whenever you're sitting down or standing up, especially if you're on your phones, we're always looking down on our phones, and our necks start to, we always have that. We're always looking down. We never look straight up. We never have that true posture. All right. So yoga is able to help that. When you're always looking down, when you're slouching, you just look defeated. You just look like a defeated person overall. So once you start doing yoga and it improves your posture, your muscles, you become more erect and you look more confident. You start to look like a more confident person all throughout your day whenever you're, going throughout your, everyday life. All right. So the fifth benefit is able to strengthen your core muscles and to strengthen your posture. And number 6, builds resilience to stress. Now we might be, going through some sort of stress, whether it be, dealing with family, whether we're dealing with any type of toxic or stressful relationship, or going to work or going to school. We're always going to be experiencing some type of stress here and there, and yoga is able to help alleviate that stress, right? Like I said, when you are in doing some form of yoga practice, because there's all types of yoga practices that you can do. So I advise you to look some up on Google on your own time to see which works best for you. But when you are doing, doing some type of yoga, you're able to calm the mind, calm the body, and to strengthen the spirit. You are in tune with God. You are in tune with, with God's consciousness. You are in tune with God's spirit, and that provides that love, that provides that satisfaction, that peace, that joy. So it's able to, eliminate that stress or to reduce that stress altogether. All right. So the sixth benefit is it's able to alleviate that stress. If you're going through any type of stress or anxiety or depression, things of that nature, yoga is a great way to, help give you that, that positive satisfaction and to make you a better person, to calm your nerves, to calm your stress, to calm your depression and things like that. You become more of a vibrant, juvenile person, and you just have more self-confidence and more self-love. Yoga is an expression of self-love as well. All right, so always remember that. All right, so let's recap this video. This is the benefits of yoga that you need to know. The 6 benefits of yoga that you need to know. Number 1, oneness with God. 2, improves mental health. 3, a powerful mindfulness practice. 4, increases flexibility. 5, strengthens core muscles and posture. And number 6, builds resilience to stress. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Hopefully these benefits of yoga that I had mentioned in this video will, encourage you to do some form of yoga practice, to try it out for yourself if you haven't already, and to always be in union with God, and to always, take care of your spirit, always practice mindfulness, practice gratitude, and just thank God, for the little things, and to, appreciate yourself, appreciate your body for what it's going through, because you only have one vessel, you only have one body. So use it to your advantage and use it to the fullest. All right. So until next time, and always remember, all power resides from within, and always keep the faith, because God in the universe is always working for you. Take care, guys. God bless.